This video is brought to you by Ravenscraft Realty of Northeast Missouri.
This is it, the final day of cutting beans. Just like the other 27 in a row before this. I think this is the first time that we've ever just gotten in and cut all the beans in one fell swoop. So I'm gonna put fuel in the X9 1000 here and also put some DEF in. And yeah, we got 170 acres to do today. Should, with any luck, be a little bit shorter kind of a day, but we shall see. Our part-time guy, Jeff, is driving the T680. Jaden is gone today, so we found another guy to run the grain cart, my ugly duckling combine, and the pretty combine. So I'm not sure why John Deere waited like 10 years to put the right fuel cap on a combine. And what I mean by that is, like, it's the same fuel cap as on a tractor. Before that, the combines had like a spin-on fuel cap, like a bulldozer. But the 790 has the old style, and I'll show that to you. Now, 790s have this. Don't know why, because this is a dozer fuel cap, and I would prefer it if it were that style. This has been my view for the last consecutive 28 days. I kind of lost track at this point, but these beans are a little bit better than what we've been in the past, which has been not very good. We've had some excellent corn this year. We've had some excellent beans this year, and I've cut record high and record low beans. I never thought I would do that in the same year. We had some that were in the mid 70s, mid to upper 70s, I guess, and then some that were abysmal, disappointing at best. But luckily that hasn't been like all of the beans. There's been some good stuff, but we got like 107 or 165 acres left, and yeah, then we will be capital D done with beans. In the morning, sometimes beans can be a little bit tougher, so I'm a little more limited on my speed. But in the afternoons, I've been able to run almost 6 miles per hour, especially since we got a little bit of a frost and it knocked the last of the green out of them. Surprise, surprise, the patch of beans way back in the woods with trees all around it was not very good. Really thin stand and no stand over there or over there. So you're left with about 80 feet up the middle that actually has something growing on it, which still isn't very much because the deer like to eat it. There's a little bit of a ditch that somehow always has water in it that separates this from the main part of the field, and it still has water in it even though it's been dry since like August. We haven't had rain for over a month, which is unusual, and that's why we've gotten our beans out so quickly. I mean, there is a decent flow of water coming from the spring, which is back there. There's a better look. It's actually pretty good drinking water. This is the second to last farm of beans. Got like 45 acres here, and then another 40 after that, and then that'll be done. I guess now we get to see how red crown rot affects the yield of soybeans. Wouldn't you know it? Yield is going down. Yeah, there's several spots of crown rot out here, and there's just nothing left of the beans. And it's a soil-borne pathogen, so we're still working on a plan to deal with this. Yeah, our yield suddenly went from mid-50s to mid-30s, so considerable yield reduction. And the beans, and some of them just didn't even mature. They just died. Corn on corn's probably going to be the move for like 5 years. Getting a little bit closer. About 2.5 more hours of cutting beans, and then we'll be back to corn. I kind of want tracks on this combine now, but tracks are expensive, and so are LSWs, and that's why we have the cheap, ugly 1250 floaters on this that we borrowed from Side Stricker. I don't know if we ever paid for them or not, but the plan is to actually get proper tires. And Grandpa told me he's keeping this head, and I need to fabricate a better mounting system up there for the hoses and to protect that cylinder, because yesterday, well, it got broken. This is kind of funny. The pile of bean stubble kind of rolling around inside the bogey wheel, or not the bogey, the idler. Actually, I don't know which kind of wheel that is on a track, but a bunch of stuff is rolling around in there. And these beans are better than expected, just like an I-State. I am done cutting up here, excluding my grandpa's, I don't know whose it actually is, but I have some beans that I planted down the bottom in a drowned out low swag that I'm gonna go cut maybe tomorrow morning. I'm gonna go set the head off and move the combine down there to do that. But I think we're done cutting beans. This is the last little bit I had, and these beans were all right. It feels kind of odd to go through corn stalks to get to standing beans that have yet to be harvested. Oh, there's certainly more beans out here than I thought that there was going to be. First, I was a little concerned that it was going to be a waste of time coming down here, but I'm thankful that I was proven wrong. Because part of this was, it was kind of my idea to do this, but I guess now in the future we know that it's not a total waste of time to put beans in drowned out spots, but you got to be careful. But my other motivation to come down here and do this and do a good job, that's the last of the beans, is that Grandpa said that I could go ahead and take these over and sell them in my name, since I planted them after all. I wish he felt that way about the other a lot of stuff of his that I planted. Maybe someday. Well, that's something. Now, there's about 9.5 acres down here, and I got 100 acres cut today. I'm dumping the last kind of partial load of my beans from across the highway, and I'll get these taken over in the morning. We'll find out what the beans made. Of course, the iPad scale gives us a pretty good idea. Not bad beans, considering some of the beans we have been in. On top of that, I got the bonus beans, I guess, from the bottom. So, life ain't so bad. I got truck number 1, the Freightliner Columbia with 12.7 Detroit Series 60. Got it airing up. Well, it's been airing up. It's probably ready to go now. But I'm going to take this old girl down the bottom, unload the bonus beans, and first got to let all the air out of the seat. Being as I am a taller fella, I like to let the air all the way out of the seat so that I can see a little bit better. But look at this awesome dash. It's so early 2000s. I love it. I made it through the stoplights in Hannibal without a traffic ticket or any other bad things happening. So I'm going to get these beans unloaded and then go back to my house, since I live over there somewhere. But more beans than I expected off of here. Maybe I can afford to buy something cool. Or I can save my money. That's also important. I'm returning the piece that I had to steal from my friend's head. Luckily, it wasn't very far away from home. But I'm putting it all back together. Hopefully, I don't have to do this again. This morning, I woke up and I heard a strange sound outside. I was like, man, what on earth is that? And it was lightning. That'd be because it rained. The first rain since, like, mid-October, or not mid-October, mid-September. So, we have not seen moisture in some time. It's a very, very nice morning. It's shortly before 7:30. So, yesterday was a little bit of a catch-up day. We didn't actually harvest anything, but we got things ready to go. The combine's got the corn head. We're all switched over. Got one of the heads cleaned up. Yeah. Gonna head over to Illinois, start shelling corn. And I've been mowing some field edges, and then, of course, Rob took the tractor and mower, and then immediately this happened. That's not supposed to be like that. Well, luckily, the 46-inch rubber, not quite as expensive as 50-inch rubber. I don't think, there's only about 2 days where Dad actually cut more beans in a day than I did, mostly due to his head. So, before we even got it hooked up and ready to cut the first day, a valve was bad, couldn't cut. And then, it's a little bent there. Had some other issues, like 5 feet of the reel disappearing. No idea where that's at. But this old girl that I've been running, oh, she's good as gold, except needs all new poly because it's all completely worn out already. Hopefully, John Deere is going to help pitch in because I guess there was a bad batch of poly and some bad software that was putting too much downforce on it. Good morning, El Gato. Huh? The Palmyra Panther. The Missouri grain leg needed some work, so it's back at the shop. There was a bad bushing right here on this side of this U-joint. It was making quite a bit of racket. And since Grandpa sold the 7430, we've been using the 4320 on the auger. And it made it not 45 minutes on the first day before the side panel here disappeared. Well, I know where it's at, but it's just funny that it didn't make it very long. And I think we put like 35 or 40 hours on it with the auger. Found all my leaks that I got tightened up yesterday, but she's been quite a good horse on the auger. Dad still wants to get like a 6R 155 or 145, something like that. But I think the 4320 is just fine. We got over to Illinois, shelling corn. I'm driving the semi. Number 1, the old Freightliner. Dad's running the combine, and we got our guy Jaden on the cart. I think I'm gonna roll up my window while they're right here. Ugh. It took me about an hour to get over to CGB, dump the truck, and then get back. They had me sitting at the probe for like 5 minutes. Not sure why, but if we could get that out of the way next time, I think I'd be back just a little quicker. This is load number 6 to CGB today. Dumped in pit 1 every time, thank goodness, because pit 2 is slow and not quite as big. But the sun's starting to hang down a little bit lower, and it's just past 5 o'clock, so this will be the last load for today. But then we're going to haul across the river to the bins. I've been rocking with the AC off, window down, and anger up the whole day. This is pretty cool. Oh, that was my first load of the day to the bins, and I'm sure that we'll have more tomorrow. Look at that. That's cool. We had a truck go down, so I think that we're probably going to be done for the day, and most of my speakers don't work, so I've been rocking without the radio, which would be okay, except, oh, it's not okay. I want the radio. Wow, I wonder who Crystal Quaid is. Oh, I know. It's someone who's not going to be the governor of Missouri. Freightliner. windrows on this field, so I think I'm going to be waiting a while, especially since there's 2 trucks here already. How awesome is it that I get to do this every day? Last load for the day, or for the night, I guess. This was my 8th load for the day. I think we shelled like 33,000 bushels in, well, since we started at like 10:30. It's just after 8:15. So that's a pretty productive day, 140 acres. I think that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to find out what my Illinois corn makes about 12 hours from now. No, 17 hours from now. How about that? But anyways, thanks for watching. Oh yeah, we got another 9RX 640, by the way. But not important. Well, so far harvest has been going pretty smooth. Minimal interruptions, which sometimes it's nice to be able to listen to rainfall and kick your feet up and relax for just a day, not 2 or 3 or 4 days, just one day. But anyways, thanks for watching, and well, I'll get this one edited tonight and put up tomorrow morning, and hopefully it'll be available for you guys to watch tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Anyways, thanks for watching. Catch you guys later.